All right, happy Saturday to each and every one of you guys in the Cardano community. First and foremost, just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for showing literally insane amount of support. It's absolutely overwhelming, and I just want to say I appreciate it, and it keeps me going, and I see everyone's comments. So love each and every one of you guys. But now let's take a look at what's happening with Cardano right now. So if we're looking at the entire markets right now, we're seeing quite a bit of red across the board, and I'm sure that is no secret at this point. I've literally explained this in all my updates that I've made today as to why this is happening, but I know some people just only watch specific updates, so I will discuss a little bit as to why we are seeing quite a bit of red across the markets right now. So if we're looking at the top 100 coins, as you can see, a lot of red throughout the board, right? And the reason as to why this is the case is, now you may be looking at the price of Bitcoin and getting a lot of confusion because you guys are probably scratching your head. Hold on, Bitcoin is holding pretty much in 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, but why is the altcoin market bleeding right now? And it goes back to the Bitcoin dominance index. And if you are a follower on my channel from the beginning, you know how much I love this tool, Bitcoin dominance index. And why do I use it in all my videos? Because I love this, and I generally think this is one of the most powerful tool that gets slept on, because right now what we're seeing is a lot of momentum shift in BTC, of course, due to the ETF potential approval in the upcoming days ahead of us. That is taking into account a lot of altcoin investors that have been pretty much making so much gains throughout Q4 of last year. They're transferring their funds into BTC, and that generally happens when we do see uncertainty levels go high, and people think either Bitcoin's going to go up or potential of Bitcoin going down, because remember, the potential of Bitcoin going down is definitely there as well. I personally think I don't see why institutions would allow retail to pick up a cheaper Bitcoin, but obviously these types of wicks that we are seeing in the past can occur, which do get picked up quite fast, but the chance is definitely there. And reason as to why the uncertainty right now is high, and a lot of people might not be paying attention to that, is because of the fact that there is a chance that SEC could deny that. People tend to forget that there's also a chance that the SEC could come and deny that. And I've pretty much been talking about this from the beginning, that there is going to be consequences regarding that. Of course, if we do hear some sort of a hiccup regarding this ETF approval, this can impact the price of BTC. So that is causing the dominance to pick up continuously and throughout the board. Now hear me out, throughout the board we are seeing red. So if someone's going to come out and say, oh, Cardano is this, Cardano is that, please look at the overall market before making any sort of remarks. But let's take a look at what's happening with Cardano. So as far as the price is concerned, currently sitting at 52 cents, down about 5.3% over the past 24 hours in USD and BTC comparative. Market cap currently sitting at $18.3 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at 617.3 million. So what exactly is next for the price? We will talk about that. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we got a lot of things to talk about. There's one thing I want to get on, get off of my chest, and that's what we're going to be talking about just shortly. But shout out to Darren. I know who Darren is, and you can see he brings out a great point, and I want to kind of emphasize this. So Darren says, this time it's so different for Cardano. When I bought ADA for the first time, there was no staking, no smart contracts. It was basically a wallet, and now look at it: staking, smart contracts, NFTs, DeFi, DEXs, etc., and thousands of projects building on Cardano. And this is such a great point. And the craziest thing is that the price is close to where we were pretty much in 2020, I would say. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, 2020. We're pretty much at that price, maybe a little bit higher. But what I'm trying to say here is, and again, late 2020, not during the pandemic massive pullback. So what I'm trying to say is, at that time, ADA's price was so high, and in terms of its smart contracts, staking, it wasn't there. So now it has so much going for itself, for its ecosystem, and the price is pretty much there. So if you think about the future, it kind of gets you pumped up. Hey, you know what, the future seems really bright, and that is what excites me so much. And that's that. So huge shout out to Darren. He does huge for the Cardano community, and I've been knowing him for a while, pretty much since the last bear market. So you're not the one that we just came through. He followed me on my last the last bear market around the 2019 to 2020 time. But that's that. But what I want to get off my chest is this right here. And this, again, does not go for everyone in the Cardano community. So, of course, a day ago, I did a debate, and it says, in the next 5 years, which project do you think comes on the top? And you guys can see I've listed Solana, Avalanche, Arbitrum, and I said comment for other. And, the reason as to why I say comment for other is because you can't fit all of them at once, right? And usually I do list Cardano in the list, but there were some people that did not like me not listing this. So, look at this one comment. Why would you skip Cardano? Like, are you serious? There's a chance for you to show the power of ADA by commenting. And I don't like, when people take it so personally. Yeah, that's just that. But the main point that I want to show you guys right now is look how many people are saying ADA. So let's go look through it. So, of course, our friend here is kind of ticked off about ADA, but if I'm going through it, you will see a lot of ADA popping up. ADA, Cardano. So you guys get the idea as to what I'm saying. A lot of people are really excited for the Cardano's future, and in terms of its ecosystem, I still think it's really in the early stages, especially when we consider where we're going in the future. I think the potential for growth for this ecosystem is quite substantial. So that does excite me. But if you know some projects or some, things that I want to be looking at in the Cardano's ecosystem, let me know in the comments, or also email me, link in the description box below. And also, there's a lot of scams going on. You guys want to be very, very careful. In the comments, I don't, tell you to contact me on WhatsApp. I don't tell you, you can call me here and send me money. Never that, okay? So only way to reach out to me is either on Patreon or, my email, which is in the link in the description box below. Other than that, it's not me. And as my channel is growing, we're seeing so much scams really popping off, and it's getting out of control. Sometimes I'm not even in front of the computer, and I can't even, make sure I filter all these comments out. So I want you guys to be very, very careful on that. But let's take a look at ADA's price briefly. So what we're seeing ADA do is, of course, let me actually kind of briefly go over the daily time frame, and then we will switch to the shorter time scale. So we're sitting at some very, very, very important support levels for ADA. You can pretty much see this for yourself at this point. So the question that you might have is there a chance that Cardano could retest this 46 cents mark? The chance is there right now. Reason as to why I say this is because if we go and look at BTC, there's a chance that Bitcoin could go down, right? Because we're in a weekend, and on the weekends we do tend to see manipulation across the board. Of course, if we see BTC pushing up to its yearly highs, that will be amazing to see. But dominance, if Bitcoin goes a little down, I'm expecting dominance could increase even more, and that can put a little bit more pressure on altcoins. So if you are one of those very few people that continuously come out and say, when cheaper ADA, that opportunity is there, because from its yearly highs, you are seeing a 24% discount, and there is a chance if the support is lost, we could possibly retest that 46 cents once again. And if I were to show you guys the hourly time frame, really liking how this overall sideways momentum really has been playing out. Of course, we are seeing the overall market kind of retracing right now, and that is as to why we're seeing ADA also seeing a little bit of a weakness in its price. But long-term perspective, like I said, the main target still remains the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. See you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.